So I hope everyone shared your details. If not, please share your details.
Okay, so I hope everyone able to hear me. Anyone having any issue with the voice? All right. So kindly please share your details. So meantime, so we'll start our class. So whoever is not shared your details, please provide your details in the chat box. Whether you join or don't join, just get it all the details, the recordings, materials, the course content we're going to provide. All right. So I hope everyone is for Azure BI. Anyone who is looking for MSBI or Power BI or any SQL course, so please let me know. So that will be a coming sessions. So that will be a coming sessions. So whatever right now we are seeing is only for Azure BI. Under that we have a data factory main key course. Okay. So if anyone is looking for any other course, please let me know. Please ping me. I know there are a lot of people here who is from non-technical background. Yes, any technical or non-technical can go for this Azure BI. Okay. So I'll answer your all your questions once our class is complete. I'll answer your all your doubts and questions, whatever is there, whatever you pinged, I'll answer all the questions. Okay. So let's start our course. So before going to this start the course, I just want to know what is the BI, and then we'll see what is the Azure. I hope you people have know what is the BI. So you people heard like there are a lot of tools that we have in the market, like one, as I said, like MSBI, Power BI, Tableau, ClickView, Informatica. There are a lot of tools for BI, SAP tools, SSIS tool, SSRS, okay, reporting tool. Do you know what is BI? Anyone here? What we do in BI? What is BI and what is the BI process? Anyone know here what is the BI process? Or
Yeah,
at least,
BI is business intelligence data where we can see the decision making data
okay,
and we see the dashboard. OLP is transactional data and OLAP. Usually we see OLAP and cubes in the BI process. The data warehouse we store huge data and cubes we store on the aggregate data.
okay, all right. Some of the point like okay. So yeah, why BI developers are required? What is the process? What is Azure? What are the cloud providers? Okay, so before going to any tool, just you need to understand what is the BI first of all. What is the BI process? If you understand these 2 points, you can jump any tool related BI. Okay, So later we'll discuss about what are the other tools that we have. If I give you, there are lots of tools that we have in the market related for BI. Okay. Yes, definitely that one point is, as you said, decision making. Decision making purpose will require a BI process. Okay. So let me, before going to this one, just I want to tell you my background. Like before going to start with this one, I'll just want to tell you before for this course, like my background is I started working for a Wipro. I was working for IBM. I currently working for Digital in Hyderabad, and I'm holding 2 to 3 offers right away with a package of 33 to 35 lakhs that I'll show you in the next class, the offer letter and other things. And recently, one of the company called United Health Group, IP, you heard or not? There's a Optum is there, their client. So for them, they hiring for Azure Data Factory developers. They are paying salaries like anything. Okay, so that also I'll show you coming session. And this course is something like anyone can go for this course. It is not like just I'm a background for BTech, I'll only go for this. No, even you are non-technical person, even the people all for BPO background, anyone can go. Or you are working already in MIS, already you're working in database, already I'm working in company with the ETL tools, Informatica, SSIS, other stuff, whatever it is. Yes, definitely you can go for this course. All right. So moreover, people are from background like Power BI. These people also moving towards a data factory. Why they are moving to the data factory? There is no opportunity on the Power BI, only individual tool. What is the use of Power BI tool? So each tool they have individual work. If we talk about MSBI, there's a full stack we call. If we talk about Power BI, they do only reporting. If Tableau, they do analysis and reporting, ETL tool. So each tool have different purpose. So right now, if you're going for the Power BI, already people are from Power BI. If you see, they're also learning for data factory. Why? The opportunity is not there much with a single tool. So whenever the reports are not having any work, what they do, they're paying lakhs of salary. Okay, just keep this side. I'll confirm you later on this part. So let's begin with our process. Okay, we'll start our course. Then I'll get what, based on your experience, you can have one-to-one call with me. We'll discuss about all these points. Okay. All right. So before starting the course, as I said, we need to understand first BI process. If you understand BI process, you can jump in any tool in the market. So then I'll tell you the different pipelines that we have, different diagrams that we have. We'll see the practically. This is the high level of picture. This is a high level of picture, how data comes, what is the process, what data factory we do, how the data we're going to load, how the data will present this Power BI developers. That all we're going to discuss practically. I'll show you this complete picture as a practically in the coming session. So before that, let's understand the basic diagram for BI process. If you understand BI process, same thing, whatever we are doing here, I'll explain. Then we'll see the practical, same whatever it is there, I'll show you in the practical method. Then more you'll have idea. So let's first discuss about the BI process. I hope you people heard about the supermarket or DMart or any supermarket if you take. Okay, any supermarket you take, what you do in supermarket, they sell the different products, right? They sell the different products. What we do in different products. So if you observe, whenever you go to supermarket or DMart, if you observe or not, whenever you purchase any kind of products, you're going to do billing. Okay, as a customer, if I purchase any product, guys, please mute your mics. If any questions are there, I'll answer your question once the session is complete. Please mute your mics. All right. So as a customer, what we do, we visit our supermarket, we purchase a product. That product, what we do, so somebody have invested a lot of money on this project. Somebody invested a lot of money on this business. Okay, I'm a business owner. I don't know what is technical, what is background. I know only business. I invested a lot of money on this business. Just I want to know whether my business is going high, whether I'm getting profit, whether I am in the loss, what is the current situation of my business, how I am going to identify this one, how the people are going to identify this one. They required information, they required information, how the information will be generated. They required information, that information may be present in the reports, how the information will be generated. They require data, how the data will be generated, data in the different format. It may be a structured format, it may be a semi-structured format, it may be unstructured. We don't know what format the data is coming. So whatever the formats are there, how we are getting it from the different sources. So these all are to generate the report, just to generate the report. Okay, to just generate the report, we have to go many steps. We cannot directly generate the report. So until unless you get a report, on the report also they do analysis. As one of my friends said, now they take a decisions. When they take a decisions, when they do analysis, when they do analysis, when they have a report. How the report will be generated? When they have a proper information. How the proper information will be generated? When they have a proper data. The data may be again different formats. Who will be generating the data? With the different sources we are getting. Different sources means, let's suppose you're working for one of the country. They have different countries, UK separate country, Canada separate country, or India, whatever the data is there, they are coming from different countries. But in the report, we have to show all the country-wise sales or different supermarket or different location-wise sales we have to show. So to get this data, our work as a BA is not only just to analyze the data to take a decision. Yes, we are not going to take any business decisions. Business people will take a decisions. When they're going to take a business decisions, when you provide a proper information, when you provide a proper data. So that is what, whether the softwares is there or not. Today Java there, again you'll get a new versions. Technologies, new technologies they are getting. Why people are hired in BI? Wherever the business is there, our process will be there. Wherever business starts, our BI data analyst will be there. Data analyst will be there. Under data, we will come. You may be your report specialist, you are maybe ETL specialist, you are maybe data storing specialist or data warehouse specialist. These all will come under the BI process. Now I'll explain you the practical, or I'll explain you the first theoretical. Let's see. So let's suppose, as this person has invested a lot of money on the business supermarket. As a customer, I visit to the supermarket, I purchase a product. Let's suppose any product. What will happen in the product when you go to the supermarket? If you observe or not, the people have a billing. In the system, they have a billing application. I don't know if people have heard or not, they do barcode. The moment they do barcode, they have a billing application. Whatever the billing application, it may be developed in any language. We don't know what language, that is not our headache. It may be a Java, .NET, C#, whatever it may be. This is not our part. Let they develop. That information, the person is, the moment they do barcode, the all information will store, like quantity, price, discount amount, what is the product, all this information will be stored in the system. So that information, what we do generally, we store that information in one of the storage account. One of the storage account, we store it. Why we store this one of the storage account? Because tomorrow, if somebody asks me to share the data, I can directly get the data from here. If you observe or not, 10 years back, 10 or 12 years back, if you go to the bank, you got some amount credited in your account. What you do, you take a passbook. If you take a passbook, you go and make it entry for that. So that bank person also, even you deposited or credited, end of the day, it will get updated in your account, in your passbook. What the people do, they maintain in the Excel sheets. Excel sheets. Wow, who is credited, who is deposited, what is all these things. After 5 o'clock, once the bank close, they will update in the servers. So next day in passbook, you will get entry. Nowadays, we have a directly live servers. Directly live servers. You no need to worry about that. So this we call as a live server. This we call here as live server. You no need to worry about whatever the transactions are happening. We are storing in live server. In just terminology, what we call OLTP. If you people are from non-technical background, you may have some worried about the what is OLTP. OLTP is nothing but online, whatever you're doing, that transactions processing, online transaction processing. Whatever we do transactions here. So to morning 8 a.m. your store is closed, started. That all transaction will store here. So depend upon the company. Company they store in the files. Company they store in the Excel. Company have a good budget. They go with the databases. They may use MS SQL Server, they may use MySQL, they may use Oracle, or company have good budget, they go with the cloud storages. Depend upon company to company. Again, cloud storages like data lake, blob storage, data warehouse, Synapse database, Azure Synapse database, Azure SQL Server. Depend upon company to company. That all we are going to discuss. Okay. Now, this is okay. This business is running, storing that live data. Okay, no issues. Now your manager, your team lead, your business team is asking you, you are the BI developer. They are asking you a report. They are asking you report today or last 5 years of sales, how the 5 years of trend is there, whether I am getting success, whether I'm getting profit. 5 years of data they want to analyze. But in my live server, any company, if you consider any company, the live server, they only maintain max to max 1 month data, max to max 3 months data, not more than that. Anyone know why we maintain max to max 1 month data, why 3 months data? In my company, which I'm currently working for a company, we only maintain 1 week data in live servers. Anyone know why? In live server, we cannot maintain the historical data. Why? What is the drawback? What is the disadvantage?
Processing
Data
speed.
redundancy. Okay. Any other point?
Processing speed.
Retrieval. Correct.
Processing speed.
Retrieval will be processing. Yes.
Speed.
Processing speed. Processing speed will be slow. Okay. Retrieval data will be less faster. Okay. Yes. Some of the points are correct. And let's suppose tomorrow this person as a customer, he want to return the product. He want to return the product or he want to update his other product. What you will do here is as a customer, we update in our system. We submit here. Here, what is happening? I don't know if people know some SQL or not. We perform some DML operations here. DML operation is nothing but insert, update, delete. These operations are going to perform. So when there is a huge volume of data, every day we get lakhs and millions of data. How the data will get, I'll show you. How the data get in the form of files, I'll show you. That my live servers, my current system, that I'll show you. So millions of data will get. So when you store here, you can think one day you are getting millions of data. If you are storing even 1 week of data, there is a millions, billions of records. When something you want to update or something you want to extract, as a BI developer, we want to extract some data. It takes longer time. It takes performance degradations. So this person cannot wait for a longer time for a report. Immediately they want. Business people doesn't have that much of time. Immediately they want a report. If a query, let's suppose I know query also, if I type select star from product table, if I type select star from product table also, if it takes longer time, these people will not wait that much of time. That is the reason what we do, we generate a BI process. We implement a BI process. Our BI developers are required here to implement in a process in a easy way to extract the data and automate the process. So what we do, we call here, we hire a BI developer. One of the developer we call here as ETL developer. This ETL developer, what it will do, it may be your data factory developer in cloud, or it may be on premises, we call as SSIS ETL developer. If you consider on premises, they have SSIS ETL developer. So this what we do, once the morning 8 a.m. our store is started, then it will close at 10 p.m. Then I am going to start my extraction method. Whatever the data is there, extraction method, I'll start extracting the data, cleaning the data, transforming them, and finally I'm going to load the data in the data warehouse or in the database. It depends upon your requirement. So what we do generally, we maintain our data. We maintain our data either in the data warehouse or in the database. So this is your historical data we maintain. And here only data analysis part, only readable data. Only readable data. We don't do any write operation here. We don't do any write operation. We only analyze the data. So this data we call here as OLAP system. OLAP data warehouse. OLAP system means online analytical processing, but here online transaction processing. So you people maybe think it is some new words. Yes, definitely it is a new word, but completely your lifelong will be the same words you're going to hear. Okay, so here what we do, we extract the data, transform them, and we're going to load this data on daily basis. Let's suppose you want to cook something. Let's suppose you want to cook some butter chicken. What you do, you first get the required things. What you do, you will clean them, you will wash it. Then on top of that, you'll put some ingredients and all. Then you're going to cook that food. The same way here also, as the ETL developers, what they are doing, they are cooking or they are playing with the data. Whatever the data comes, whatever the data right now it is comes, structured data, it may be a semi-structured data, it may be a unformatted data, unstructured data. So your responsibility here as a ETL developer, whatever the data comes, you have to extract them, you have to clean them, you have to massage the data, and you have to make a proper information. You have to get that into proper information. That proper information we are storing inside the data warehouse. And here you can store a historical data, years of data. If tomorrow your manager, your team lead, or whoever business team, they require data, why I will go either live data? I'll simply go to this data, I'll query it, whatever the result is come, I'll present. But again, here we have a huge volume of data. The problem here is huge volume of data. So huge volume of data, and the person will not wait that much of time. What we do, and we don't want that data to be present in some graphical way. We want to present the data into graphical way. Okay, so what we are doing here is, you people able to see the paintbrush, right? Okay, so what we are doing, again, what we are doing here, instead of doing manual work, we are calling the report developers here. Okay. So we are calling here as report developers. Instead of having a report doing manual work, now our team will be called here. Either it is your Power BI developer, it may be your SSRS developer, or it may be a Tableau developer, or it may be your third party other reporting tools. So what we are doing, why we are calling as a report developers here? Because we don't want the manual process. We don't want manual process to be done. So instead of writing the SQL query and fetching the data, the same SQL query I'll write in Power BI. What is the report means? Report means just a query. Whatever the select query is there, they'll place in the report. And in the report, they have some visualizations. Instead of writing manual query, I'll place that query. That query will hit to the database. It will get the response, and that I'm going to schedule with the business team. So again, this person also will take longer time. In person, when they extract the data, there's a huge volume of data here. They also take a longer time. So what we do as a ETL developers, we again maintain this data into chunks of databases. We call here as data marts. So this is one of the specific database. We'll ask them what data you are extracting. We'll ask them to the Power BI team. We're going to load our data from the data warehouse as a data factory. Okay, we're going to ask them as a data factory developer what data you want to consider. The data we're going to store under data marts. So let's suppose you're working for UK project. We maintain the separate database for UK. Now you're working for some India region project. We maintain. So instead of extracting the data from the data warehouse, they'll directly extract from data marts. Okay. So they will directly extract from the data mart. So some companies which I work for, like Henkel, one of the project which I was working for IBM, they have a business companies, like they want some extra additional summary data. So they will sometimes they maintain like a cubes. Okay. This cubes also one of the database. So instead of maintaining the aggregation data, what they do, they also require data to store in specific databases. We call as analysis services. So here also we required ETL developer. Now you can think, however, wherever you are going, you required ETL developers here again. ADF ETL developers are required. And then this person can directly access the data from this cube also. This cube is nothing but aggregated data. Aggregated data, like some minimum already will calculate it. You no need to write in query. All are calculated here. All are calculated, stored in the cube database. So that is we call, some people are JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Henkel, those business company, they required lots of calculations, lots of aggregations. So for them, they required a cubes. Okay. So you can think here how many where you are going to work as a ETL developer here, here. So you're not going to design all the part. Okay. You are only working for specific project. You are working for specific ETL tool. You're not going to develop all the ETL stuff. Only you are hired for to load the data from the different sources. You will working in this area. Some project, some developers are working on this area. They want to load from data warehouse to this one. So this is what we are presenting here. What we are doing in this picture, we extracting the data. The data may be in different sources. The data may be in from different sources. Okay. So here what we are doing, we are same method, whatever I explained, you have may come data from the CSV file, data may come from Oracle, data may come from SQL, or data may come from different data lakes or blob storage, Azure storages, anything. So you have to ready with your data factory. Under data factory, you are doing the cleaning part, you are doing some transformation part, and finally you are loading in the data warehouse or database or data synapse. Then from report developer, once you have data, then this this developer will come into the picture. Until unless you don't have the data, these people also will be sit idle. When they don't have the work, what they do? Power BI team. Okay. So once they have data, they can extract the data from the specific databases, then present the data and they'll schedule it. They'll not do any manual work, only refreshment. They have already daily basis scheduled. They can present the data into different formats, Tableau, desktop, other stuff. So this we are going to discuss as a practically. So whenever any project they want to design, they require complete BI end-to-end process. So our Microsoft products will give you end-to-end products. Like one of the tool called MSBI. It is very booming tool. Earlier, 15 years, 10 years back, old tool. Now Microsoft replaced this tool with Azure BI. Microsoft replaced with this tool as cloud tool as Azure BI. In MSBI, there are three models: SSIS, SSRS, SSAS. The same tool they replace in the cloud in a form of ADF, Azure Data Factory. Yes, correct. Power BI and analysis tool in Azure. This is what they changed. So right now for specific individual tool for data factory also, there are lots of opportunity that you have. Lots of opportunity. Power BI is the again old tool, but yes, there are a lot of visualizations compared to SSRS. In SSIS, if you understand, SSIS is the old 15 years or 20 years back tool, and that tool still it is using it. And this tool is like traditional tool. Only structured data you can process, structured data, not semi-structured, not unstructured. But that all features, that all updates are there in our data factory. Structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data, live data, big data. So you are not only focusing on BI part. You are not only just working as a BI developer. You have also focused to AI. Whatever you do, you will be a part of AI, artificial intelligence for big data processing. So when you know data factory, you will be a part of AI as a team, which you process only for ETL. Your role will be there over ETL. You are not going to code anywhere. You're not do any coding there. You just help them to get the data in their desired format as a artificial intelligence in their big data processing. Okay. So to start the business, this is what the end process, this is the end-to-end process, these technical things they have to know. But these business owners, they don't know anything. They just required a report. Based on that, they take a decisions. So that is what Microsoft come across with a concept called Azure. So to start the business, we required systems, we required physical storage. Let's suppose today you have allocated 250 GB. Today you have given as your storage as, let's just example for you given as 250 GB. You allocated only 250 GB. And tomorrow you got a huge transactions. You got tomorrow as a huge transactions and you want to increase. You cannot increase easily because it is a separate IT team is required. Infrastructure team is required. Whether you increase 500 GB also, whether that will support your system, whether that support your processor, whether it support your architecture or not. In case if you increase 500 GB, whether if it is not support, the complete performance will get degraded. Performance system will lag. You are not going to take a risk when you are doing some sort of project. And here you have to physically maintain the data. Physically, you have to maintain in your company level, on premises level, you have to maintain the system. You have to maintain a specific degree temperature, you have to maintain the storage account. You require separate ETL tool, separate manual, you have to install Visual Studio for SSIS. You require SQL Server license, and license is not a free of cost. It's very tough to get a license. Oh, sorry, not tough to get a license, but it is very costly license. After there will be a 2 keys, 3 keys. There is the editions, enterprise editions, evaluation. Okay, developer is for free. You can install in your local system SQL Server. That is a developer edition. Company use enterprise editions. The projects will work on enterprise editions. So whatever you want to purchase, you have to physically maintain that infrastructure. Nowadays, nobody want to go to office. All are want to work from home. Even if you give an interview also, they'll give only a hybrid model. Nobody is asking to work from office nowadays. After this COVID, all are working from home only, work from home. So in that case, companies also, they're migrating their process into the cloud. They're migrating all the whatever infrastructure on premises are there. Instead of maintaining a separate thing, not only for 2 people who don't want to come to office, that is not the main case. The main opportunity here is that our system maintenance part, infrastructure part is getting reduced when we go with the cloud. So like this, Microsoft come across with a concept called a cloud. What they are saying is you no need to worry about the physical storage. We maintain in our cloud. You want any storage, just visit to our store. Just visit to our store and purchase any kind of services as a rental purpose. You no need to pay for full license. Rental purpose, you say, as you be there in the rent house, what you do till you stay, you have to pay the rent. The same way here also, till you access, till you work, you have to pay the service cost. You don't need to pay complete license part. Yes, they are giving license just for 1 month. I want to use, I'll use for 1 month. If I am not running in the night times, I will stop my service. If the data factory is not running, I will not pay the service. But in earlier case, whether you run or don't run, you have to pay the cost. That is what Microsoft come across with the store. Their store name they have given as Azure. Their store name given as Azure. In this Azure, they are just asking you to visit to our store and select whatever the products you want as a pay as you go subscription. How much you want to use and pay those amount only. You no need to pay any extra cost, license cost or anything. The same infrastructure they are designing in the cloud. That is what nowadays in the data factory, what sort of project you are getting is the data factory, you are getting a project like support project and development project mostly. So support project means already SSIS ETL developers already developed. The same you have to develop in data factory ETL. This is one of the project. And development, some are the companies directly they are moving to the new project. They want to develop the data factory from scratch. Or some of the projects with support and development where you have already developed SSIS, already developed the data factory. You just need to work on monitoring and change request. Change request is nothing but you will get a request from the client to modify the existing packages or to modify to the existing packages or pipelines based on the request, we have to work. There's only 3 type of projects you get. Okay. So for this, whenever they want to design this end-to-end business, we have to implement it. So not only this developers, that is what tomorrow if Power BI developer get hired, they also have to know this knowledge. At least if you don't have this knowledge, then these people also not having any interviews. Nowadays, there is no interviews Power BI developer until unless they know anyone of ETL tool. If they know any ETL tool like SSIS or Data Factory, their interviews are getting scheduled nowadays. Okay, because there no have other work apart from this report development. Okay, so we'll see this practically in coming session. By tomorrow, I'll show you this exact whatever I explained today as a theoretical. Tomorrow I'll explain practically. So complete these pictures. These are the pictures. This picture they'll give you in the regular meetings. So how to develop. These are the basic pictures, high level pictures. How to get the data from on premises. How to get the data from the cloud. What is the data factory process? So these are the some basic pictures that we have. So how to get this one? What is the process? How to extract the data? What is the copy data activity? What is the pipeline? What is data factory? So when you go in depth about data factory, you will find in depth. This is a internal part of data factory. You are seeing here a high level because business team doesn't know what is copy data activity, what is data set, what is linked service. Business team will don't know all these things. What business team will know? Business team only check what technologies you are using it, what is the high level. Only they'll focus on this part. Then our internal team will discuss about this part. That will see internal picture of this one. This is what we need to develop now. You want to extract data, load the data and process the data. So this is the main BI process. So like this, instead of using this on premises, we are using all services like in cloud. There are different services that we have. What is the services? Nothing but services, nothing but a kind of software. So in Azure is a very big subject. You need to focus on what is my background. Okay. In Azure, as I said, it is a very big subject. You need to focus on your background. If your background are like some non-technical, BPO, MIS, database already working, or I'm working on a reporting tool, or I'm working some other reporting part. So any MIS background or anywhere, or I want to switch to the data factory because of package, because of growth, anything can go for this one. Or there's one more, this we call as Azure BI developers or Azure Data Factory developers. And Azure admin we have. In Azure admin, we have the people who are from a DBA background, the people who are from access background, or people are from some subscription background. So those people can go with the admin access. And there's a Azure developer is there. Azure developer who are know the programming, Java, .NET, C Sharp. The programming people can go with the Azure developer. Okay. Again, the Azure DevOps we have. The operation teams can go for this Azure DevOps. So we are not offering any of this one. We just focusing on Azure BI developer. So this is not only for BI developer, also we are focusing for Azure Data Engineer certification. So Azure Data Engineer certification is there. If you go and type in the Google, you'll find the certification code. So whatever we are discussing, you will find a DP203. You can go through this certification, Azure Data Engineer, which covered your data factory, and whatever we are discussing, that all it will cover. You can compare my subject with this course, you will find. Okay, and this is generally for Indian people who is looking for a job in India, not required much. But yes, for out of the country, whoever is here who is joining from other country, for them it is mandatory. All right. So what are the services we are providing in our regular class? So there are a lot of services that we have, lot of topics that we have, okay, that we are going to discussing tomorrow's class. All right. So any questions, any doubts so far here, guys?